Right. That should be qualifying over and done with, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying over and done with. That should be practice over and done with, which means it is time to get ourselves ready and underway for some qualifying action here in Austria. We did change up our components, though, because now we have actually some quite worn components. So if we spun that again, that ICE would be looking a little bit rough. 61% on that ICE now. So got to be a little bit careful with that going forward. You know what? I actually might take a new ICE today, actually. Out of the current pool. We've got 61%, 42%, and everything else is quite fresh. So, you know what? Let's run number 5, actually. That's on 8%. That'll be good. That one's bedded in a little bit. Right, let's switch all these other ones to a slightly fresher spec. I think all of these should be fine to go number 2. And then the gearbox, we will go with number 6 there as well. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Right, that is the car set up and ready to go. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get ourselves ready for the weekend then. Here in Austria. And as always, we will have to load up the good old wheel to decide what today's challenge will be. Last time out in the reverse Austrian Grand Prix, we had a fairly simple one of what we had to do was just use an older set of components. So thankfully, you know, that wasn't too bad. But we might get something completely different today. So, as always, let's give the wheel a good old shuffle. And let's see what we are going to get for our challenge today. Let's see what will be spun. Uh-oh. Back to back. That was a little bit close to... that was a little bit close to spin for double there. I got a bit nervous. Do we want to do that back-to-back, especially at Austria as well? I mean, to be fair, it is doable because we do have quite a worn ICE now, 61%. Do y'all want to respin that, seeing as it's back-to-back? Yeah, respin. Poll is up. Vote on the poll, chat. Vote up on the poll. Do we respin it? Vote up on the poll. Your face in the middle. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's what you fell in love with, Dana. You have to deal with this now. This is what you will see in your dreams. I hope you're happy with your choice. I'm a lone voter. Did you vote no? Oh, bro, that poll is quite embarrassing. 95% for yes, 5% for no. You know what, Jam? I will side with you. I will say no. You won't be alone anymore. Okay, so I think it's fair we'll do a respin. All right, let's give another shuffle then. And let's try again. Second time around. What are we going to get this time? We are going to get... This car is going to feel stiffer than me trying to get out of bed in the morning. Preset setup. Hey, what do I even want to do for a preset setup here in Austria? Dude, this car is going to feel like ass, bruh. This car is going to feel like ass. Lowest downforce? What's the wings on the lowest downforce? It's not, it can't be 0-0, right? We would definitely want the top speed one. I think my normal setup here is quite low on the wings, so you would definitely want to try and get as close to that as possible. But that is what we have to do for today's challenge, chat. We have a preset setup. We could choose any of the presets, but, yeah, we are not going to find it easy this weekend, that's for sure. Is it 0-0, is it? Okay, I don't think we want to run as low as 0-0. All right, let's get into the, let's get to qualifying here and decide what we're going to do. Let's jump into qualifying. Let's see what we want to do here. 4-6 for the low downforce. I'm wrong, probably. I don't think it is 0-0. I think top speed preset's like 12-12. It might be. Yeah, we changed components. Components should be up to date now. We can have a look though. We can go through the presets in a second and see what we want to pick. Did you see the price for the fancy pedals? I did. You know what? I think they were quite reasonable. And that was for the 3-pedal set as well. So, I didn't see what the price of the 2-pedal set was, but I imagine it's a bit cheaper. And I would definitely be okay looking more into that, I think. So, preset-wise, we have maximum downforce, increased downforce, balance, increased top speed, and maximum top. What's maximum top speed? Oh, it is 0, 0. Oh, excuse me. I don't think we want to use 0, 0 here. I don't think we want to use 0, 0. I think that's a little bit too low. And top speed is 12, 12. I think it's most likely going to be this one, isn't it? Balance is 23, 23. No, I don't know. I think 0, 0 is going to be way too low. It's tough on the manageable. Yeah. I think the car is going to feel very stiff. I mean, let's look at the suspension. Jesus Christ. I have to stop myself from being sick real quick. That suspension is horrendous. I'm allowed to change this, right? Surely I could put brake pressure at 100. No. Okay, brake bias we've got to allow, though. Because brake bias is actual car setting. We can change brake bias. It's preset. I hate y'all, man. Who decided this fucking wheel? $97 brake pressure, bruh. Oh my god. Oh. Literally you? I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that. It wasn't me. Oh, brother, this setup stinks. Okay, so we can definitely change brake. Let's put brake pressure to something more reasonable. Let's go 54 for now, I guess. Y'all say no change in brake pressure? $12 is actually close to the Austria wings of a certain set provider than 00 is. It sounds about right, yeah. I mean, 00 in that final sector will feel awful. Can't change pressure, it's preset. Man, you guys suck. You're not wrong, but you guys suck. Where's the compassion? No change in brake bias or pressure? Nah, surely we can change brake bias. Brake bias and differential should be fine to change, because there's live settings you can change. And they should be fine, in my opinion. But I'll agree to not doing brake pressure, though. We'll leave that as is. All right. That's what we'll do, then. Is the... On the MFD, is it off throttle or on throttle that you can change? Which one is it? Do you want to change anything? Not even tire pressures? I'm going to leave the tire pressures as well, don't you worry. Anything out of perk formation will be fine. That's what I somewhat agree with, but tire pressure, technically, you are allowed to change, but I will leave it. Just the brake bias differential is all we'll change. Everything else is should be fine. Is it on throttle, is it? We can change it live anyway, so we'll find out once we go out on track. All right, well, here we go, chat. Today's challenge is we have to use a preset setup for today's Grand Prix from start to finish, which is going to be very slow. Usually you can find seconds out of having a good setup, and we do not have that. So we'll be relying purely on purely on luck for this Grand Prix. All right. You know what, actually, let's fuel up for a couple laps in case I want to do a second one. All right. Let's get out. I'm scared, man.
That's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
On throttle is when you can change diff. I don't quite remember that. I think you're right. I think it is on diff. But we'll do it live and I'll sort it all out. Have a really good race. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it is on diff. Either way, it's at 100 now, so. All right. Let's do this. I am scared. This car is going to feel so heavy. So heavy. What assist do you use? None. I don't use any assists. If it'll let you change PSI and park from A, then you can. Yeah, it does let you. You can change PSI and park from A. Let's let Hamilton go past here. I think, honestly, the final sector will be where it feels the worst. I sat and watched Alex try and force Sid car into Pele for 30 minutes. Should I ask why he was doing that? Watch the pegs, man. Don't want to do that again. Thank you, Lewis. Appreciate the heads up there, man. I probably would have done it if you didn't mention it. Right, 4.0 for Charles Leclerc to get us going. Alright, here we go. This understeer is going to be horrendous, man. I'm not looking forward to this. Here we go. First lap of the day. I'm probably going to take it a little bit easier early on. Just so we can get a good understanding of the setup in the car. Oh, dear God. I do not like 97 brake pressure. Imagine Vincent's a PB. If I get pole position today, you're going to worship me. I mean, why would you change the... Who changes the brake pressure? Why would you want to go lower than 100 brake pressure in this game? No one does that. Oh, that was understeery. 2 green sectors so far, no purples, as we probably should have expected. Through the final corner we go. And across the line, P8. Oh. I was nearly sick again. Jesus Christ, that is horrendous. 8th place on the first lap. It was a bit more of a passive lap, to be fair. But that's far from where we want to be. What's a preset setup? A preset setup is basically a setup the game gives you. It's one of the very bad default ones. Controller users need less pressure as it helps reducing locking your wheels. I mean, I don't know any controller player that does that personally. All the controller players I speak to use 100 brake pressure. How was our meal? It was good. It was really good. I was well settled for the night, let's say that. All right, what was the tire we're after that as well? 4%? We can do another lap. All right, here we go.
Okay, there's a fault with the DRS. You will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out for now.
Is there any point doing this lap? I fear this weekend is set up for disaster. We have a DRS failure to get us going for Q1. Beautiful. Wonderful. Excellent. Fantastic. That's exactly the kind of news I wanted to hear starting my second lap. All right, let's box and see if they can fix that. I know sometimes you can box, it will say they're fixing it, that doesn't actually fix. So, ugh. At least it's Q1. Yeah, but we're only P8 at the moment. I don't think our lap is that convincing at the moment, so... Man, what a horror start to today's stream, huh? We have to use a default setup. And now we have a DRS issue. Like, bro, what's next, man? What's next? Why wouldn't you use 100% brake pressure? Seems like a waste of potential. I guess for some people, you know, if they're struggling with lockups and stuff like that, they might try and reduce the brake pressure to make braking feel a bit easier in a sense. But also reducing that brake pressure means you'll limit your braking potential as well. I don't know. It's not something I would ever do. I'm forced to do it based on the preset setup, but it was not something I would choose to do. 1 minute to repair the DRS. I don't know if it'll actually fix, though. So right now we are 4/10 away
Car repairs have set us
from
back a
Michael
little.
Schumacher on top. How far away from the bottom set of drivers? 5.5 tenths from Verstappen in P17. That's a pull out from him. He'll probably go again. I mean, I say probably. He will go again. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. But I would like to try and find some more confidence in this default setup. The crowd demands the Ferrari Lightning McQueen livery vonk. That crowd consisting of 2 people. Fair play to anyone that actually uses controller. I find it impossible. I haven't driven controller in a long time on this game. Very long time. But I'm sure if I plug one in right now, I would be seconds slower. Many seconds slower. I'm new to F1. What does that battery percentage mean? F1 cars have a hybrid system on board. 2026 regs say that you have to use 50% combustion engine, 50% battery power. That battery percentage is basically how much battery is left in the car. So you've got to be kind of conservative with how much you use to not drain it all, obviously. But it essentially acts like nitrous in a way in this game. Right, hopefully the DRS is actually fixed now. Let's see if we can try and go for another lap real quick and get another lap on the boards.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out.
It's actually 57 to 43 ratio. Oh, shut up. Whatever. Hoping to get anything Mozza or the SF1000. As a Mozza user, I can confirm it's very good. And as expected, they did not fix the rear wing. Yum. Fantastic. Yep. It said they were repairing it in the garage, and they did not repair it.
DRS will be offline. There's a fault with the rear wing. Stay
these
out,
men are
work on
testing
fix
me.
remotely.
Do I use mods? Yes. When's 26 DLC coming out? Probably in June. But there's no confirmation. Rather the quality than the race? I mean, I'd rather neither, personally. But unfortunately, here we are. If I box again, will it fix? I don't know what I do here. I fear that my Q1 might be cooked. Probably not. I'm gonna be slower on a lap.
2 laps of fuel remaining now.
I kind of need that DRS to be working, really. 3.8 for Lando Norris that time around. That's the new fast lap so far. Is the DRS error part of the challenge as well? No, that's just part and parcel of being part of the Ferrari crew. We know the DLC is going to suck anyway. No matter how excited we are for it, it's still going to be rubbish. I mean, Codemaster's history of adapting to new F1 regulations isn't very good. So, I think it's safe to say it's not going to be easy. Did you hire the Ferrari pit crew? I mean, I guess in theory, they hired me, if anything. I mean, it says it's going to fix it again.
Spend time repairing the damage to the car.
Again, I don't know if it's actually going to fix. Are they actually going to do a lap this time, or? We should start some cars heading out soon, I think. I would very much like to get another lap under our belt, but this DRS is limiting us a little bit. My day's not been too bad, just Speedy. What load cell pedal set would you recommend for 250 to 300s? Load cell? You're probably not going to get anything crazy for 250 to 300, I don't think. Maybe Fanatec might have some fairly budget options. I know the close spot V3s you can get for a good price. And you can get some braking performance kits to make it a bit stronger. So maybe have a look at those, maybe.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
There's 350 Mozza ones. Are they load cell? I'm not sure if they're load cell, are they? The F1 seems to even know how to properly work these cars. I can't blame Ian Comas for the Doctor isn't the best. But let's be honest, they are going to get a lot of slack. That's just inevitable. And my DRS is still not working. Please. Mark, what have you done to my car, man?
Ocon behind. Right, their best lap.
It's blaming Ocon, yeah, typical.
04.4.
Give him a 10-second penalty for that.
Offline. There's a fault with the rear wing system. Stay out. We can work on a fix remotely.
I guess I'll give it a try without the DRS and see what happens, but I'm fairly confident we are going to be much slower without the DRS, but well, we might as well give it a go. I think our lap should be enough to get us through to Q2 anyway, but yeah. Shit show ordered. Leaving that a bit late. Who should I move to as Anthony from Mercedes? Ferrari. It's the only foreseeable option. All right. Let's give it a go with no DRS and see how we do. Yeah, DRS definitely still not working. Oh, that was a bad turn one. Plumb that inside curve way too hard. Qualifying is now complete. We actually found time at turn 3 there. I'm having to use a lot more battery than I'd like, but we are kind of through the main DRS parts of the track now. We're down to P9. Oh, you know what, chat? We have found some time. We are through to Q2 regardless. You might as well finish the lap, though, and see what we can do. And without any DRS whatsoever on the lap, we are going to find 5/10ths on the Delta, and that will be a 3.8, and that puts us P1. Ooh, we might be back, chat. We might be back. Q1, P1 on a default setup. I mean, there's barely anything between the top guys there. 29,000 between ourselves and Lando Norris. Verstappen improves a lot as well to P3. Schumacher P4 and Leclerc P5. And that top 4 all within a tenth of each other. Okay. All right. I like it. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But that is a solid start to qualifying here in Austria. Let's see who is out in Q1 then. Isaac Hadjar is knocked out in the opening session. Liam Lawson and Colapinto both out as well. Behrman out, Perez out, and Gabriel Bortoleto all knocked out in Q1 here in Austria. But we do lead the charge so far in Q1. Can we keep it going that way? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Q1 over and done with. On to Q2 we go. I like it. I like it a lot. Put the difficulty to 200. Low key, at this point, they do need to make it go up to 150. I ain't gonna lie. All right. How in the world did you manage that? Skill. Pure skill. Right. So I guess we probably can't really use that tire anymore, can we? I mean, it's 12% wear now on that tire. So I guess we'll jump onto a fresh soft tire. I'll do the same thing here, though, I think. I think we'll try and do 2 push laps on this tire and see how we fare. Let's get straight on track. Is our DRS fixed now, though? That's the big question.
Checks complete.
Let's find out.
Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
Who needs to set up? Exactly. Setup's overrated anyway. Why buy paywall subs when you just use default and get P1, you know? Too easy out here. Looks like the DRS is fixed. We will test it to make sure, though. There is a bit of a traffic jam coming in the pits here, though. But... Yes! Oh! Oh, I missed you. Hey, George, careful, buddy. Oh, chat, look at it. Oh, I missed you so much. I just want to keep on pressing you and embrace you. Never do that to me again, okay, Rear Wing? Please? Why is Stream Elements lying? It's not lying. Oh, I guess I know. Yeah, you're a funny noob. What up, Pussy? Right, what's that tip saying? Low. Very low. Is my DRS automatic or manual? Manual. Or everything I do assist-wise is all manual. We don't use any of that automatic stuff. Right. Here we go again. First lap of Q2. Purple first. I like it. 3.2 for Verstappen. Ooh. Okay. Quality time is starting to heat up a little bit. This sector here, though, is where it's going to feel really bad in the setup. Like these two corners, I can really feel the understeer and how kind of stiff and heavy the car feels. We are purple in the middle sector as well, though. Can we keep it going that way? Through the final two corners we go. Around the last one and down to the line. How's it going to be for our first lap of Q2? 3.6, 4 tenths away from Max Verstappen. I mean, we were purple in the first two, but I think in that final sector, it probably all fell away. We are still faster than our teammate, though. Charles Leclerc in P4 at the moment. Sainz P3, Gasly P5. And then we've still got some more drivers on laps, though. So let's wait and see what else we might see. That lap might be enough for a Q2, to be fair. I do quite like that lap. Let's head back to the pits and see what everyone else is doing. Teammate status, what was his lap time?
They're in fourth. Okay, so their best lap so far, 1 minute, 03.8.
2 tenths faster than our teammate. Damn, okay. 2 whole tenths faster than our teammate at the start of Q2. That is not bad whatsoever. What was the timer after that as well? 4%? Yeah. That's not too bad, I guess. We'll be okay with that, I think. Go to supposed to check the differences in Sector 3. Yeah. Sector 3, I think, is probably where it all gets lost. I went from P13 to P1 at the start in an iRacing race. Should I ask how many of those were in a Turn 1 pile-up? Why did it say F1 2026? Because this is a 2026 career mode mod. All right. Right, Sector 3. Whoa, crikey. Sector 3, we are 5 tenths down on Max Verstappen. Lando Norris just gone back into P1 now as well. 17 thousandths up on Lando Norris. We did have the purple middle sector for a moment, but Lando Norris has now snatched that away, and now the purple sectors are split between the top 3. We're fast in the first sector, Norris fast in the middle, Verstappen fast in the final. But unfortunately, we are very far down that final sector. Scarily far down. But I think that lap time should be enough to get us through to Q3, though. 6 tenths up on Piastri. That should be enough, shouldn't it? That should be enough. Quack and Brad, thank you for on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Speaking of Quack, I forgot to rescue Duckelheim. We ain't gonna need Duckelheim today, but he will be here. If we need him. It's overrated, Windoob. I got hay fever. I don't like it out there. Right. I say we are probably good for Q3. Let's skip on some time. Let's see if anyone else does a second lap real quick. Everyone's staying in at the moment. I think it's going to be a last lap rush then to the line. So, yeah, P3 at the moment is where we are. But let's see if we drop any further. Let's retire from the session. And let's see how we finish up Q2. Are we through to Q3? Yes, we are. And we stay in P3 as well. Lando Norris leads the way so far over Max Verstappen. We sit P3 as it stands for Carlos Sainz in 4th. Anthony, Russell, Leclerc, Gasly, Albon, and Ocon all through to Q3 as well. And then leaving us in Q2 is Oscar Piastri in P11, Schumacher in P12, Bottas, Stroll, Hamilton, and Hulkenberg all out in Q2 as well. Both the Audis being knocked out is kind of crazy. Their car is very quick in the straights, but couldn't get through to Q3 here in Austria. So P3 for ourselves, P7 for our teammate. Not too bad. Let's see if we can try and go one step further in Q3. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the pole position shootout here in Austria. Let's go for it. Have you seen the news about Miami? About the storms, I'm guessing you're talking about? My favorite outside activity is riding public transit and resisting the urge to just punch everyone without zero spatial awareness. It's like being at an airport and like you're following like a big group of people going down the hallways, whatever, and then someone just like suddenly stops in front of you and turns around without even looking and just walks straight into you. Dude, I feel like every time I go to an airport that happens. It's crazy. The storms? Yeah, I did see about the storms. Hopefully it won't impact too much, but we've not had F1 for 5 weeks now, man. Come on, don't do this to us. The one time I wouldn't mind having an F1 bubble for the weather. Right, I probably will do the first lap on an old soft tire here. I'm going to try and save a soft tire for the Grand Prix. Might not use a soft tire in the Grand Prix, but on the off chance we do want one, we will keep one in the storage. So let's jump onto an old soft tire and let's head out for our first lap.
Standing by.
You're leaving? Goodbye, have fun. Check racing games quick. I'll check after. People like that decide to get fined. Dude, it's so annoying. So annoying. What up, Pooh? Am I confident for tonight? Very mixed feelings, I would say. I think it's fair to say it'll probably be a low-scoring game. Definitely won't be like a Bayern versus PSG type game, that's for sure. This is going to be completely the opposite of what we saw yesterday. I don't know, am I confident of getting a result? My feelings change every single minute, basically. Like, I'm part confident because we already beat them earlier in the season. Like, quite comfortably as well. We won 4-0 at the Emirates. But we're not at the Emirates, and we have also been playing terribly for a good few months at least now. So that right there knocks my confidence down. So I'd be happy taking a draw back to the Emirates, but obviously we should be going for the win. They're a beatable team, but I just don't think we'll do it, annoyingly. All right, here we go. First lap of Q3. That game yesterday was fantastic to watch. It was crazy, man, honestly. Absolutely crazy. It's kind of funny because the first, like, what, 15, 20 minutes of that game, it was kind of dry. There was maybe like a couple chances that entire 20 minutes. And all of a sudden, once Bayern got that penalty, the game completely changed. It was bizarre. But yeah, it was a wild game. Let's find out. We're a couple corners away. Around the final corner we go. We got purple the first set, the green the middle. How's it going to be in the final? It's going to be across the line with a 3.3. And we are still 3/10 away from Lando Norris, who is currently at the top step of the of qualifying. Verstappen second. Both those guys have looked fairly quick so far. Sainz and Albon in the 2 Williams, that top 5. And I think that's everyone done with their laps as well, right? Are we back? Are we back? Hello, hello. We back? We're back. My insert blipped out again. Apologies. I'm fairly sure it's not the insert. I'm pretty sure it's something my PC is, like, not connected to the insert properly or something. I don't even know. Pro skip sector 2. It was all planned. If anyone has their stream a little bit delayed or anything, make sure to give your stream a bit of a refresh real quick. But hopefully we're good. Apologies for the hiccup. My PC has done that every now and then. Like, randomly it will just blip out for like a second, then come back. The internet doesn't go down, though. I thought at first it was the internet, but it's actually something with my PC. I wonder if something needs updating or something. Or maybe my Ethernet cable might need replacing or something. I don't know. I very much doubt it's the Ethernet cable, but yeah, I got to do something about it. It's getting annoying. Is our teammate Lewis or Charles? Charles close our teammate. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a sub 1 minute today, unfortunately. Not today. Right, 6 minutes to go in this session then. That's our first lap done. Pierre Gasly is on his lap right now. I don't expect him to go too high in the standings, but let's see what he does. Cross line it goes. That'll be a 4.2. Yeah, nowhere really too threatening for us. But yeah, 3 tenths down on Lando Norris at the moment. We've got some time to find. And again, same as last time, kind of in that final sector, really, isn't it? And that middle as well, to be fair. But, yeah. How long have you had your Ethernet cable? A couple years, probably, if that. Mr. Beast giving away money again. Yeah, I think I got to attach that crypto scam. Check the clip quickly. Hey, why does the audio sound like? That is quite fitting. The audio is quite fitting. Did you not get a penalty for that? Everyone else on the blue tire as well. 5 red lines, it's lights out, and away we go for the reverse Austrian Grand Prix. That's a decent launch of the lines and try and get past both Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Did you not get a penalty for that shit? Because that's before the line, no? Lights out, and away we go for the reverse Austrian Grand Prix. That's a decent launch of the line. So I'm pretty sure the line in Nürburgring is this one, that one there. I think. The line's much earlier. Is it? Is it this? Is that the line in Nürburgring? So these guys just didn't go at all. Hey, Fez. Aside from specific, it actually sounds like you're casting it. It genuinely does, yeah. I have really got a the commentator's voice, huh? Numpty, thank you much for the 61 month resub as well, my dude. I appreciate that. That's the number we're using. I can remote as well. You love to see it. Very fitting. Thank you much for the 61 Numpty. I'm doing good, man. Did I see the game yesterday? I did, yeah. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right. Let's jump onto a fresh soft tire then. We'll be saving a soft tire for the Grand Prix as well if we need it. Fuel is ready at the minimum as well. So, everything is pretty much good and ready to go. So, let's skip down to the last few minutes of qualifying. Albon is out very early here. But then we should start to the first cars heading out in a moment too. Oh, they would think I'm being legit, noob. Yeah, 100%. They would think that's legit. Yeah, Albon's the only one out on track right now, but we should start seeing everyone else heading out very shortly. In fact, if we go into here, we could probably start seeing the cars preparing for their final laps. There you go. Leclerc's being dropped down. Once Leclerc's gone and out of the way, we will head out and track ourselves as well. Can't see the track map. Hey, don't worry about it now, at least. All right, everyone's out. Right,
Okay,
here we go,
guys,
chat. Let's do
be
this.
aware, the car's ready to go.
Final qualifying lap of the day. With a default setup, could we find ourselves on pole position for the Austrian Grand Prix? We have got a lot of work to do for this one. Can we get it done? We'll be the last car to cross the line and complete the lap, and that will decide if we'll be pole position or not. Norris leads the way right now, the only man in the 2-second lap times. He did a 2.996, I think it was, for his current lap. Will we best that at the end of the next lap? Let's find out. Carter's significant mate, appreciate it. Welcome in as well. I think he was talking about in the garage screen, Jasper. I saw HB, yeah. I mean, if you ask me, he should be under some sort of police investigation or something. Because that was a pretty nasty one. He apologized. Yeah, don't do much when he does that. What's the AI difficulty? 110. Alright, here we go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Final lap of qualifying. Can we try and push towards that pole position? Here we go. Nice turn 1 there. That felt pretty good. After turn 3. God, this brake pressure feels so weird. The brake kind of feels like super soft in a way, but then when I brake harder, it's when it locks up. Hard to find that sweet spot, really. Oh, the understeer. Tell you what, though, still looking pretty good. 3/10 up into the final 2 corners. Around the final corner we go, and down to the line we go. It's 2.5 tenths. It's dropping a little bit to 3.0. It will not be pole position, but it is P2. You know what, chat? P2. I will take that any day of the week. Given how stiff this car feels, I will absolutely take a P2. Norris did not improve on his lap either, which means he will stay in P1. And yeah, he's the only driver to break into the 2-second time, 2-second laps here in Austria. But yeah, we are 900ths away. That really is not bad whatsoever here in Austria. We will take that any day of the week. Verstappen and Russell will line up on the 2nd row for the Austrian Grand Prix. But Leclerc and Sainz on the 3rd row, Albon and Ocon on the 4th row, and then Antonelli and Gasly on that 5th and final row of Q3 as well. I am very happy with that. Very, very happy. I was not expecting to be anywhere near pole position given the setup we have here. I think we're definitely like a good second or so slower on this setup, but we have still made it into a pretty good position. So that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for qualifying here in Austria, and we will start 2nd place for the Austrian Grand Prix. Not bad. Very happy. Is it actually possible to have a sub 1 minute lap around Austria? You would basically need to use a maxed out My Team car, but yes, I have seen it be done. I think I saw Gillen do it on at one point in his catering career or something. He has a near maxed out My Team car and was able to get under 1 minute. Had at least 30% energy left to use after that lap. Yeah, we probably could have used a bit more. I thought in the first set I used up a bit too much, but turns out we're actually pretty spot on. I guess we recharged more than I thought, so. Is Vince not on SRC? For setups? I typically do use SRC setups, yeah. But the challenge today was to use a default setup, so I'm not using any custom setup for this Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm sure there probably are some games where the track might not be as detailed where you can do sub 1 minute, but yeah, on a default car with no upgrades and stuff like that, you definitely couldn't do a sub 1 minute. I think the fastest time I've seen in the equal performance cars is probably like a high 2 or mid 2 or something like that. but you'd probably never see a sub 2. Are you not using SLC for the race today? No, as the pin message says, today's challenge is to use a default setup. Specifically for today. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is time to get ourselves ready and underway for the Austrian Grand Prix here in the Styrian Mountains. So, as you can tell already from the pin message on Twitch, we are doing a challenge today where we have to use a preset setup. When looking through the subs, we decided to use the top speed one, which uses 12-12 wings, which isn't too bad. However, the suspension, the brake pressure, the tire pressures as well, everything was very, very off other than the wings. So it's going to be a very difficult Grand Prix here. And we didn't even qualify on pole position. We got second, which isn't too bad. But yeah, it will not be an easy Grand Prix whatsoever. I'm actually quite worried about the tire wear, I'm not going to lie. The tire pressure is going to make that super awkward to try and keep the tire temps down and the tire wear down as well. So we'll see what we can do, but this will be far from easy. Can you change brake bias? Yeah. We could change brake bias. We could change differential. Anything you could change in the MFD is what we can change. But anything else, that's it. So brake bias and differential, only 2 things we're allowed to change. At least last night I found out you cook a snow day. Yep, apparently. I guess technically you could do front wing as well, but I think it's fair we keep front wing as it is. First time I'm going around Austria was season 3 of my drive career. It was a McLaren driving a Rocket, and I got a 2.9 or something. Yeah, I think, yeah. In season 3, you could probably get close, but like I say, you need a maxed out My Team car really to really get as close as possible. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the Austrian Grand Prix then. While the race loads up, I'm going to go for a quick toilet break. If you guys grab a drink or a snack, now's the chance to do so. And then we'll be back in a few moments' time, ready for 71 laps of racing action here in Austria.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Wang completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Russell, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Albon, Antonelli, Gasly and Oscar Piastri, Michael Schumacher, Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Stroll, Hamilton, Hülkenberg, Isaac Hadjar and Liam Lawson, Colapinto, Behrman and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. So much to talk about on what is such a short lap. It's the fastest lap times of the season, but that doesn't mean it's not a challenge.
It's a real challenge to get right this circuit. Lots of tight corners linked up with very long straights. You've got 3 DRS zones as well. That means that the racing is often very close, and you can hang on to potentially a faster car if you can stay within that 1 second buffer. but you've then got some higher speed corners like turn 6 and 7 in the middle of the track, and then the 2 final corners as well.
Do not
Track
make that
limits.
joke. I
Yep,
swear to
there we
God.
go. I mentioned it. Be careful.
And cannot be doing that shit, bro.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
I don't know how long that's been in the game for, but that needs removing ASAP. I smell when he hits Soughton. Oh, dear. And you'll never live it down, buddy. Right. Let's have a look at the strategy for today then, shall we? It is justing 2 mediums and a hard tire, which probably sounds about right, really. I don't think we'll use a soft tire. I think the soft tire will wear out way too quickly, especially on the setup we currently have as well. So I'd imagine a medium, hard medium or something like that will be a pretty strong strategy. Probably want to go a little bit less than the first in, I'd say. So if we do maybe something like this. 22, 25, 24? I've got a little bit longer actually on that hard tire. I think we could work with that. How'd you get the FSR to shift light solid instead of individual LEDs? There's a setting on the Mozart dashboard setting. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but somewhere on that wheel setting, there's a dashboard one. On that dashboard, I'm pretty sure you can change it. But they've updated the Mozart pedals a few times since I've done it, so it might have moved. I don't know. When did you start streaming properly? 2019 is when I first started streaming. Early 2019, so quite a while. Quite a while. I think I'm fairly happy doing a medium, hard, medium here. Just out of curiosity, what does a soft medium look like? Is that doable, or is that going to be a little bit too much pressure on the softs? I mean, it's doable, but I just think you'll probably be a little bit too long on each tire, really, won't it? This weekend might be declared a heat hazard for Miami. A heat hazard as well as thunderstorm warnings? Oh, buddy. Miami is getting cooked this weekend, literally. Let's drop down that fuel a lot as well. We'll go good 2.5 laps down as well. Should be fine. Yeah, I think we'll go medium, hard, medium. What's everyone else starting? Let's have a look. Norris is on hard tires. Verstappen's on softs. Russell's on hards. We've got a big mix here, haven't we? Charles Leclerc is on mediums. Sainz on hards. Albon on softs. Anthony, Gasly, and Piastri all in that top 10 as well. And they are on all different tires. Yeah. Most people are on mediums or hards, but there are a couple on soft tires, so... More than 25 on mediums is a no-go? Yeah, I think so as well. I don't think we're going to go any more than what we already have on that hard tire. So I think we'll start on the mediums and see how we go with that. And if we want to change up a little bit, maybe we can. But that'll most likely be the set strategy for today as a medium, hard, medium. Right. I think that strategy I'm happy with. Right, what do we do for our prediction then here in Austria, ladies and gentlemen? This is going to be an interesting one with the challenge we have today. Should we just try and go for the win, you reckon? Should we try and go for the P1? Win it, you reckon? Yeah? Lando versus Max versus you? That is going to be an interesting top 3, to be fair, isn't it? We were all quite close in qualifying, and we are all on different tires to start the race, so... Who finishes highest out of ourselves, Verstappen, Norris? I do think I like that, actually. I think that could cook. I'd imagine Russell will drop down. That Mercedes isn't too good in this career mode right now, so I think he'll probably drop down a little bit. Leclerc maybe could be up there as well, possibly. If you get P2, it's not looking good for the match at 8 p.m. Very funny. Let's do Verstappen, ourselves, and Norris. Who finishes highest out of those 3 drivers? Why not? We don't do something like that too often, do we? Where we go like individual drivers in the bet. So let's do that. Who finishes highest out of those 3 drivers? I like that. That should be a good one. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time to get ourselves ready for the Austrian Grand Prix. So, We start in second place for today's race. It was not a bad qualifying session, given the fact that we had to use a fixed setup for today's race. We're on a top speed preset, which has pretty decent wings. The wings aren't too bad, but everything else, suspension-wise, absolutely terrible. The car was very stiff and heavy going into corners, and I assume with a lot of fuel on board, it's only going to feel worse for the start of this race. But the pace is definitely more equalized across the top here now. I think on a custom setup, we're going to run away for pole position. So I'm glad we're still in a competitive nurture, at least, heading up towards turn 1. But we do start in P2 for this one. This is the strategy we are looking at for today's Grand Prix. We are starting on the medium tires for 22 laps, then transitioning over to the hards for 26, and then back onto mediums for the rest of the race for 23 laps right towards the end. No rain forecast in today's Grand Prix as well. It should be a nice and dry one for the entire race today. So hopefully we can try and get pure pace all the way to the end of the Grand Prix. Today's prediction, ladies and gentlemen, who will finish highest out of ourselves, Lando Norris and Max Verstappen, who are all in at the top 3 for the start of this Grand Prix. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for 71 laps of racing action here in Austria. Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is up right now. Which driver out of the top 3 will finish highest at the end of the 71 laps here in Austria? Will it be ourselves starting P2 on the mediums? Will it be Lando Norris starting P1 on the hards? Or will it be Max Verstappen starting P3 on the soft tire? Get your predictions in right now.
Threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix, our second Austrian Grand Prix in as many races as well. Last time out, obviously, we had the reverse Austrian Grand Prix, which we did. Ooh, that wasn't great parking. Which was a pretty very good Grand Prix, actually. But obviously, that was reverse time that time around. And, yeah, we managed to go from P10 to P1 in that Grand Prix. This time, we start in second place, but with a default setup. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5 red lights here in Austria. It's lights out, away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. There's a decent launch off the line. Up the inside we go of Lando Norris. And by the time we get to turn 1, we're already leading the Austrian Grand Prix. Verstappen and Norris going side by side behind us. You'd think Verstappen would get through, and he does. Verstappen into second place, heading up towards turn 3. He's on the soft tire at the moment as well. So you'd imagine being on the soft tire, he'll be quite quick early on. But Lando Norris, who started the pole position, is already down to P3 on that hard tire. We can't use up too much of the battery early on here. Got to make sure we keep a good amount of it on charge right now. We do not want to burn that battery down whatsoever, but Leclerc is now past Lando Norris as well. This has been a very dismal first lap for Lando Norris. He's already outside the top 3 by the time we complete sector 2. Verstappen on that soft tire, hunting us down from the middle sector. That soft tire looking very quick early on here. And we'll do our best to try and hold him up, but look at the understeer through that second to last corner. It just would not turn into that corner whatsoever. Out the final corner we go. And that's lap 1 done here in Austria as well. Good start. Let's keep pushing. Although I'm pretty sure Verstappen will probably get by me here. Here it comes. Where's he going to go? He's going to go to the outside. We will hold the inside line against Max Verstappen, and we will... Oh, it's got a bit deep, but we have made the corner. Verstappen maybe didn't like the move, but we do hold the line at the moment, and Verstappen has to sit pretty down in P2 for the time being. Anyone else getting slight freezing? It's all good on my end. Is it still happening? A bit of the star. Is it fine now? It does look like we might have dropped some frames earlier on. I wonder if my internet had a little dropout or something. That for a couple seconds lap 1, but it's good now. Okay, fair enough. As long as it's fine now, then we'll leave it for now. Here goes Verstappen on the inside. Gets the fast lap as well. Verstappen takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. And it took him a couple laps, but he's finally got it done on that soft tyre. And we'll try and maybe have a go at him back towards turn 3 again. He'll cover the inside. Round the outside we go of Max Verstappen. He tries to outbrake us. We're side by side through turn 3. Round the outside we go. Look at the grip we got out from turn 3. We get DRS as well. And we slingshot past Max Verstappen down towards turn 5. Beautiful stuff. Good battle so far on the top, isn't it? Really, really strong battle. I don't think we can break away just yet, though. The Aston Martin is going to be fast in that soft tyre, so he will definitely stick within that 1 second. Norris is still P4. He's back ahead of Leclerc this time, but Russell is in P3 now. So Norris, I think, is starting to stabilize a bit on those hard tyres. Bit of a rough first couple of laps, but this is where the pre-sit subs is hurting. Yeah. The corners feel horrendous in this setup. I'm doing my best, but the car is so stiff and understeery. Here comes Max Verstappen again. Is he going to go up the inside? He goes right into the back of me, for whatever reason. We'll hold the outside line again through turn 3. And again, we're able to get the power down so much better than Verstappen can. We should be able to hold at turn 4 here as well. I think we've got the battery. Yeah, we're good. We will hold off Verstappen for another lap. What up, Haribo? Russell and Norris for swap positions to turn 3. Yeah, it looks like between 3rd and 5th, they're very close together, so you'll probably see some more swapping for positions over the next few laps. The more they fight down there, the better it is for us, though, so I'm not going to complain too much. You have the balance preset? No, we're using top speeds. Not maximum top speeds, but we're using top speed, which is the second one. I think the wings are 12-12 on this, so not awful, but not great either. Right, here comes Max Verstappen again. And he's going to go up the inside again. And this time he'll probably has the move done. By the time we hit the brakes here, he's ahead of us. And Verstappen will take P1 back away from us. Once again, we'll get DRS this time around, though. But I think we'll probably just chill behind Verstappen this lap. No need to go for it really too hard at the moment. Again, right now we can kind of just use the fact that he's on a soft tyre to buy us some time. Him not being able to pull away right now is very good for our medium tyres. But we've also got to be a little bit careful with the guys in the hard tyres, obviously. Because the way we view the soft tyres right now is the same way the hard tyres are viewing us. We'll be strong right now, but later on, they will have the wear over us and they'll start getting some time, so... And we have got yellow flags, and that's Max Verstappen! Verstappen is out of the race! He's pulling up out the final corner, and that is one competitor gone and out of the way early on here. So for anyone vying Verstappen, GG. It's over for you by the time we even reach lap 6. And that makes life a lot easier for ourselves early on here. Did anyone actually vote Verstappen? Yeah, he's pulled up out of turn 1. I think that's Verstappen's like 3rd or 4th DNF this season. Crazy, man. Is it 4, is it? Wow. The Aston Martin reliability is pretty on point, isn't it? Very much on brand. Oh, you voted Verstappen? You know what? I ain't mad about it. I am not mad about it. Perfect. So, let's work on that gap to Lando Norris then. 3.3 seconds is a decent gap 6 laps in. But like I say, they're on hard tires, so they're going to play a bit of a longer game right now.
Caution.
So we want to make sure we try and use our advantage while we can.
Someone's come off ahead of you.
There's the yellow flag still out for Verstappen's stricken Honda engine car. What up, Renault? Out from turn 3 we go. Leclerc is into P3. Wonder if Leclerc could be a competitor at some point. But 4 seconds now to Lando Norris. Like I say, right now we need to just keep on working that gap to the group behind. Fuel right now is at 2.24 as well, so gotta be a little bit careful with the fuel not to use up too much of that. Max the new McLaren Honda Alonso, literally. Although, to be fair, when he does finish races, he usually does finish in the podium, so he has got that about him at least. 3.8 to Lando Norris. Think he actually might have gained a little bit that lap. Last lap for ourselves was an 8.0. What's Lando Norris doing? Driving behind.
Norris is behind you. And the time last lap, 1:08.1. Okay, they're on fresh hards.
Okay, we were slightly faster.
7 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining.
We were slightly faster than Lando Norris last lap. By less than a tenth, most likely. And all of a sudden, Charles Leclerc has got by him as well. Damn, okay. They are fighting out turn 4, though. That will drop them a lot of time with them scrapping. That just gives us a little bit more time to run away a bit more. But again, look at the understeer through that corner, man. I don't like this default setup. This default setup stinks.
We've got more than 50 laps of fuel remaining.
What's the difficulty? 110. Nearly top 100 at most tracks. Oh, nice. What's the best ERS strategy? Typically, going through corners and non-overtaking zones and stuff, you want to put the ERS into none to charge up as much as possible through a corner or a section of the track where you're not going to overtake. If you want down the straights and stuff, mainly use medium and overtake. You never really want to use hot lap that much. So none through corners and overtaking zones. Mediums where you're chilling. And then overtake when you're trying to push it a little bit more. Ideally, you never want to let your battery get below like 30%, really. Always try and keep it above there. 5.2 to Norris. I think that fighting has definitely hurt them, isn't it? Which is fantastic for us. Out the final corner we go. And that lap will be a 8.0. Again, good consistency. Why keep above 30%? If you have less than 30%, you won't get as much power out from the battery. I think it's actually closer to 20% when you start feeling that effect, but it's always nice to have that extra 10% just in case. It's basically your last resort is what I like to call it. So if someone starts to maybe push on you a little bit or you're going for a last gasp overtake, you could squeeze out that extra 30% to try and get by or defend or whatever. But I always try and keep above 30%. Is it 10%, is it? I know on previous games it used to be a bit higher. I think on maybe 23 it was. Maybe even 24 as well, actually. I think it used to be about 20%. But maybe this year it's 10%. What up, Watson? Half the people playing keep it below 30%. Well, that right there is another reason why you don't want to burn your battery so early. So many people in this game, on the first lap or two, will destroy their battery trying to seek desperation spots. If you relax a little bit, like, yeah, you might lose a place or two from people being desperate. But if you look after your battery in the first couple laps, the next 3 or 4, you can breeze by them in the straights because they will have nothing to defend you. So you can be very tactical about, you know, the 5-lapper lobbies and stuff like that when it comes to battery. In our batches, Lawton. Can I add you? You're more than welcome to. Although I'll probably only accept you if we're doing community races. Leclerc is back ahead of Lando Norris again. They're still doing good old swapperinos down there, aren't they? Is there any difference in charging rate at different battery levels? I don't think so. I think the battery charging rate is the same no matter what. From 10 to 5% battery, you lose 60% deploy power. Yeah, there you go. Anything higher than that? Like 15, 20%? Or is it still full power there? When are you next doing community races? We do them every Sunday. Except this Sunday. I'm on making the jump from controller to wheel. Would you recommend Fanatec only? If anything, I'd recommend Mozza.
Okay, mate.
But it depends on what platform you're on.
Let's use it and make this next lap a quick one. Let's go.
Tell you what, Charles Leclerc is starting to put a bit of a push on here, isn't it? 5 seconds behind now. We did an 8.0 again last lap. The consistency is fantastic, but I think Leclerc might be a little bit quicker right now.
We've got more than 50 laps of fuel remaining.
Driver behind.
Charles is behind you now. Time last lap, 1 minute, 07.8. They're on old medium.
Yeah, 2
Their
tenths.
tyres are 11 laps old now. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining.
Leclerc was 2 tenths quicker on that previous lap, so he is finding a bit of time on that medium tyre. We could probably push a little bit more, I think. I've still got some battery to play with, so... 8.0 again! Bro, that's like 4 or 5 laps in a row of 8.0.
A long way to go, though.
Crazy consistency. You're on Xbox? Yeah, if you're on Xbox, Fanatec might be the option for you. The one downside to Mozza is they don't really have a lot of console compatibility. They definitely need to improve on that. What difficulty? 110. Tires are at 19 and 17% after 13 laps, which is a decent bit, isn't it? The rear tire temperature is 105 and 102 degrees. That'll be all because of tire pressure. We are not running the right tire pressures right now because of the setup, so a lot of that temperature will coming from the fact that we are running way too low on pressures.
Tyre condition still looking good.
But we're still doing a good job on these tires, all things considered. And like I said, our pace has been pretty spot on so far too. And a 7.9, we finally break the 8.0 streak. At least it was with a faster time as well. Do you recommend a full rig or just a wheel DD and pedals will do? It depends what wheelbase you buy. If you buy a wheelbase that has a lot of torque on it, you're going to want a rig because it will not work very well clamped to a desk or whatever, or a table. So if it's a fairly light wheelbase, you'll be fine just with that set. But if you're going with a high torque wheelbase, you'll probably want a rig. Norris down to P4 again. He was fine with Leclerc for P2 at one point, but now he's down to P4 again. And Russell into P3. Leclerc doesn't seem to be able to run away from those guys, but he has got a bit of a gap now, so let's see if he's able to push away from them. And that will do it for lap 14 and a 8.2 that time. Starting to average out again at this 8.0 mark.
Our teammate by 5.5 seconds.
Thinking maybe 500 to £1,000 range, solid options, I hope. You should be able to fit everything you want in under £1,000, I think. You might stretch just over 1,000, but it should be around that mark. Your PB on this track on controllers are 105. I don't know what my PB is here. Probably like a mid-3, I'd say. I'm surprisingly not actually amazing at this track. I actually find this track a little bit tricky. It's quite a simple track, but I think trying to find lots of time on a simple track is actually quite difficult to do. The track itself is simple, but it's the trying to find time part is where it gets tough. You had a 3.3 in quali. Yeah, but this is upgraded cars. I don't really count that towards a PB. Leclerc dropping off. Yeah, 6.2. I wonder if he's hit a bit of a cliff on his medium tyres. 23 and 21% for our rear tyres now. Russell Norris flying away for P3. I'm feeling a little bit of sliding out of turn 3 there too. Middle section, definitely the area where big time is Gendel lost. Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of time can be found in these two corners right here. Because that first corner is a little bit blind. There's no real, like, outright breaking point for that one. And then this one is where you need to get the line right for, too. So it's very easy to lose a bit of time in turn 6 there. That was not the best I did with the turn 9, but... There we go to the line again. 8.5. Lap times are dropping off. Let's see if we can try and pick them back up again a little bit, but lap times are not quite as good as they used to be. Nice on through turn 3. I would expect the harder tyre guys to probably start putting some time on us now, but I think because Russell and Norris are flying so much, they're not really gaining anything. But this probably would have been about the time where the hard tyres would be the better tyre. .7 to Leclerc. I am also quite curious what tyres he'll go on to for his second stint here. There is a possibility we might see him do a double medium. 8.4 that time, slightly faster than the previous lap. What lap was our first pit stop again? 23 was it? 22? We're only 4 laps away from pitting. I bet the AI and hards pit at the same time as mediums. Probably they will. Maybe the soft tires will put at the same time as me as well. Will you make the full race distance with fuel light already on? Yeah, we can save the fuel if need be. We have a couple of fuel upgrades in the car which will help out, so I ain't too concerned about the fuel, really. We started minus 2.5. We're already at minus 1.7, so we should be okay. Yeah, no worries, Watson. There's a steep learning curve to getting a wheel for the first time. It's not the easiest experience. But as long as you're committed to learning it, you'll be fine. It can take a little bit of time. Ooh, that cockpit might have been a bit late, you know. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see it. Do I get benefit of the doubt for next lap? I'll give you benefit of the doubt for next lap. We'll call that an unblockable cockpit, that one.
There are 50 laps of fuel remaining.
That one cannot be blocked. .3 to Leclerc. Yeah, these hard tyres are not doing anything for the guys in 3rd and 4th right now. Schumacher's already up to P5. He's having a good start to the race. Does the mod replicate super clipping? No. This is only a visual mod. There's no core change to their mods. Cross the line we go. On to lap number 20. Here in Austria. I've already gone through 20 laps. Look at that. Flying through it. I tried Gran Turismo with the wheel for the first time, and it took like an hour to get used to it. Yeah, Gran Turismo, I'm not really like a big fan of Gran Turismo personally. I think the physics are very janky on there. The cars always look very stiff, but I know a lot of PlayStation users enjoy playing it, so. But it's not a bad game to learn a steering wheel with, for sure. It's tough to learn left-footed braking. Yeah, again, that's one that I think people get tripped up on a little bit as well. They probably try and use their right foot to brake, and it's difficult to get your feet organized in racing. Obviously, in real life, you should always use right foot braking, but, I mean, you can use left foot, I guess, but you're kind of taught to always use right foot braking when driving. But in racing, it's so much more effective and useful to use left foot. Says the guy who has no foot braking. Me? I use car in front braking.
Gap to your teammate behind, 5.8 seconds.
Leclerc caught a little bit that lap. Again, still around the 6-second mark, though, so he's not catching too much, at least. The average is still staying about around there. I've always found left foot so much easier to do. Oh, me too. In my real life car, I use left foot braking quite often, ain't gonna lie. Because I do it so much on the sim as well. I have adapted to be able to do it in real life too. It is a bit more awkward doing real life though. But it's relatively simple to learn. I also have the benefit of having an automatic car too, so that makes it a little bit easier to do left foot braking. Now, if it was a manual transmission car, that might be a little bit different. 8.7 again. Okay, Leclerc did catch up a few tenths that lap. 5.6 the gap at the moment. This was going to be our pit stop lap right here, lap 22. I wonder if we just hold out a little bit longer, though. What's the tyres on? 32, 30%. It's not bad, is it? Rally drivers left foot brake. Yeah, but rally drivers are nuts. Rally drivers are just straight up crazy people. I'd wait for 25, 26. Yeah, I think I might wait for Leclerc to make the jump first, and then we'll do it after. I think if we pit, we'd probably come up behind Schumacher. I don't think we'd get a lot of traffic, but I think I'm happy to do a little bit more on these tires, considering they're still quite low on wear, so.
Box now, please. Box
yeah, I've done rally games in the past. I played AC Rally when that dropped a little while ago. I ain't great at rally, though. And obviously, I don't have things like a handbrake and shifter I can use to make it easier, so.
Okay, there are 47 laps of fuel remaining.
AWRC was good at that. I'd say good was subjective. I was probably good for a newbie. Did we talk about Jos Verstappen's recent rally crash? No, we didn't. I don't really know exactly what happened, but I saw the aftermath. And, yeah, it looked scary. I'm glad they're both okay. .8 to Leclerc again. That gap just seems to be quite unstable at the moment, doesn't it? Have you thought about upgrading to motion rig? Nah, I probably won't. I have no real need for a motion rig, personally. You know, Rally is insane when Max said he won't do it himself. Yeah. Yeah, even he said himself, like, he's always willing to, you know, put himself at risk for race cars and stuff, but Rally driver, it might be a little bit too much risk for him. Bit like what Niki Lauda was saying back in the day. Yeah, Charles and Schumacher are both in. All right, so we pit this lap then. This will be our response lap. Are they going mediums or hards? I think they're going mediums again, aren't they? Which means they'll probably finish up on the hard tire. Those red tires are sliding at this point, though. I'd do right if I got the chance. I would not do it, I'm not going to lie. I always have the biggest respect for rally drivers, but I will not be doing that. I value my life too much. All right, here we go. God, I understand that. Lap 24. 2 laps later than expected, but into the pits we go. Hard tires getting bolted onto. I'm finding it difficult through a screen. That's what I'm saying.
Right, let's go. Come on. That was a fantastic.
Arteta might be trying to get sacked. Oh, it's line-up time, isn't it? How bad is it? How bad is it?
You only have to stop once now. 1 stop left.
All right, here we go. Oh, Norris and Russell are pitting, so they pretty much pit at the same time as us, didn't they? The illegal front. No. Martinelli, Jokeres, Madweke. Is that our front 3? Yeah, Leclerc has bought another medium tire, so he should be quicker than us right now. Keep an eye on him. Oh, goddamn, bro. I would assume Saka will come on probably at half-time, though. I hope. That is pretty diabolical, though. Yeah, 4.7 to Leclerc already. He's trying to put some time on us. These hard tires are still warming up. Ben White. I mean, we haven't really got many other options, though. Timber is still out, so... Is Charles going to go hard or soft to the end? Probably hards. I mean, he boxed on lap 23. So assuming it goes another 23 on these mediums, he'll go to 46. Yeah, most likely a hard tire at the end.
We've got 44 laps of fuel left.
Wait, Eze's not even starting, Speedy. Oh, my God. Has he picked Odegaard over Eze? Yeah, GG, he's getting sacked. He's trying to find a way to the board to sack him. Ain't no way. Oh, my God. And these hard tires are not firing up. Do I think Arsenal's going to win the Premier League? No, not anymore. I thought it for the longest time, but that loss to Bournemouth completely killed my hopes. Marseille does play like Prime on Re versus Spanish a lot. Did score against Atletico Madrid early in the season as well. But I fear that things have changed a lot since then, so... B2 on its days lineup. I do worry that we have a team of that, to be fair. Every player is like an on-their-day player, and we can't be having that. we need a very consistent lineup at this point, and it's definitely not happening. 4.4 to Leclerc. I keep myself very quiet as a City fan typically, but I think we'll have a laugh if Arsenal bottle this. Honestly, I don't even care. I straight up don't even care anymore. I think I've very much come to terms with the fact that we are bottling it, and I just don't care. Like, I expect us to fumble it at this point. That's how bad it is. That was a PB that time round, 6.9. What was Leclerc's lap time last time? Driving behind.
That's Charles behind, and the time last lap, 1:07.3. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've got
7.3? Nice, real fast that lap, actually.
One more stop.
We were actually a good bit faster than Charles Leclerc last lap. Wonder if we made a mistake on that lap or something. Yeah, like I say, the Bournemouth game is where my hopes immediately got killed. From that point onwards, yeah, I just felt like it was done. Because I was not confident of going to the Etihad and getting a result. And I knew we wouldn't. And to be fair, we did play better than I thought we would against City. I thought we were going to get absolutely spanked, but we actually did all right, all things considered. Still not great, but better than I thought we would. And, yeah. I just don't think we'll win every single game to the end of the season. Even if we do, I don't think it'll be enough.
Okay, mate, we've got more fuel in hand than we need, so let's push, and use it all up.
Okay. I mean, we're currently minus 1.1 down on fuel right now, Mark, but sure, whatever, man. If you say so. You got a ticket for Fulham, Jim? Nice. Yeah, I applied for the ballot for the Atletico game, but unfortunately, lost it, so I think it'll be really hard to get a ticket off the exchange for that one. But we'll see. .7, still the gap to Leclerc. That gap's starting to stabilize again. 7.1 is our lap time this time around. The comments on the team sheet are hilarious, I bet. I currently have a £384 ticket in my basket. Would that be club by any chance? Yeah, I definitely cannot warrant spending that sort of money right now. I know Speedy was planning on doing that, JM, but... maybe he'll be done with Austin by that point, though. Haley, thank you for me. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in. This is the first or second race already? This is the first race. But we're only doing one race tonight. Unfortunately, today's should be a bit of a shorter one with the Arsenal game being at 8 p.m. 7.2. Gap still increasing a bit further to Charles Leclerc. I mean, Leclerc is just not fast enough on a medium tire right now. That's quite bad for him. And Norris is not getting much either. What up, Ross? I feel Speedy and see if we drop points to Fulham. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty, that's for sure. Oh my god. So here comes the handshake from Hedegaard and Kroenke. What did I use to download the mods? Overtake.gg.
Okay, no issues with tyre
If you do the command mods in the chat, it will give you a link directly to it. And you can download everything from there. Do you use the mods to make tyre more realistic? No, I don't have any mods that, like, directly affect the gameplay, really. All the mods I use are mainly sort of visual only. Honestly, all I'd want, really, is a mod that makes the AI kind of better, really, if anything. The AI generally in this game are quite slow and quite weak. And I have found mods that do make the AI kind of go for moves a bit more and defend a bit harder and stuff like that, but I've not found any mods that actually generally make the AI quicker, in a way. The AI need AI, literally. That's the best way of putting it. Still breaking away from Charles Leclerc. Bruh, even on a fixed setup, I'm still cooking them. On a setup that is probably like 1 to 2 seconds slower per lap than a custom setup, I'm still cooking the entire grid. Pretty nuts, huh? Turbo's looking pretty good at least.
Okay, we've got 37 laps of fuel remaining.
I hope F127 has more of a Gran Turismo feel to it. Well, the racing games, because I don't like the... definitely this game fully realistic. I don't think you'll ever see the F1 games really be realistic in a sense. I think these kinds of games will always have an element of casual / arcadey feeling, because that's their target audience. If they made the game simulation rate, and I would love them to do that. I would love for the game to go more down a simulation route. But if they made these games more like that, they would lose out a lot of the player base, because there is a lot of the player base who are more on the casual side, more on the, you know,
Really good. You hit that
bit of fun
target
side than
nicely.
anything.
There's a long way to go in this race, so let's keep it clean.
So on a sales perspective alone, they can't really afford to make it more realistic in a sense. EA has no interest in making simulation games. I mean, they always start out with the idea of being like that, but then when they realize they can make more money and get a bigger player base off making it more casual, 9 out of 10 times they always go down that casual route. I mean, look at FIFA, for example, or FC26 now, as you like to say. Like, everything they do to that game makes it feel like it's going to be a simulation. But when you play the game, it is a complete cesspit. There is nothing simulation-y about FIFA at all. But it does make me laugh quite a lot when they call F1 esports sim racing now. That was quite humorous. I don't know why they did that. This game is very far from being a sim racing game.
Behind, 6.7
Speedy said he was going to work on it today or tomorrow, YK, so should be updated shortly. Less than 7 seconds to Leclerc. That gap is still opening up. Today, I promise. Before or after the Arsenal game? Probably after, isn't it? Just wonder if I was getting sabotaged. Oh, yeah, it's definitely something like that. It's definitely you being sabotaged. Before? Well, there you go. Standings should be updated in the next hour, then. Tire wear is chilling right now, isn't it? We've been on these tires for 12 laps now. And the worst tire is the front right and the rear left at 11%. Very weird, the tire wear there. The front right and the rear left, both on the same wear as the highest. Interesting. What other race games do I normally play? At the moment, I'm playing a lot of Le Mans Ultimate. I'm really, really enjoying that at the moment. Won't be playing it today, but yeah, I mean, really, really having a lot of fun with that. Alex hacked Speedy PC. Just like he hacked noobs. Madweke and Martinelli's Styrian Champions League semi-final is a choice. Mate,
34 laps of
I'm beyond lost for words, really. I mean, Martinelli, Jokeres, and Madweke has been arguably the very least performing front three we have had in a very long time. But yet, we keep sticking to it. Like, what? What are we doing? Tell you what, the gap to Lando Norris has come down a little bit. He was 14 seconds back a while, what, like 5 laps ago maybe? Down to 12.3, so just keep an eye on him for a moment. Gap to Leclerc is definitely still opening up. I think that medium tire is pretty much done for him now. But that gap to Norris is interesting. I'm afraid so, Waker. We will be doing Miami on our return. I know. I'm the worst person ever. I'm awful. Your not makes it even worse. We're doing a sprint race. In reverse order as well. We'll do Team Miami to make up for it. Technically, we'll be with the sprint race. Did the audio go out or just me? My audio mixer looks fine. That'd be a strange one to go. It's usually everything but the audio that goes. Is it better to push the hard and do more stints or save tires? To be honest, we're kind of like just chilling right now, really. I can push more at the expense of more tire wear, and I don't think we'll do much, really. We're pitching again on lap 48, so we could technically use up more tire if we want to.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I think SA hasn't been great this season, but Martinelli's just garbage. Well, I mean, like, SA started off very poor and was poor up until maybe, like, January, February. I think in the last month, SA's actually one of our better players. So for him to not start is kind of weird to me. I don't think out on the left is where his best position is, but he's definitely more useful than Martinelli or Trossard would be, no doubt. Yeah, we just have to keep telling him that it's Spurs every game. Maybe we've got to give him contact lenses that make everyone's shirt go white and black to make it look like Spurs. Maybe that's what we need to do. What country is this? This is Austria. Yeah, Norris is really reeling in Leclerc right now. I don't think Norris's pace is anything crazy. I think it's just Leclerc's tires are gone. We're about to break a 10-second gap to Charles Leclerc here, so... And we are about to meet a group of back markers shortly as well. Looks like we've got about 4 or 5 cars in this little pack here. And they're 3 wide through turn 3. This could get scrappy. Do not give me wing damage, please. I know what you guys are like. Do not do it.
Okay, we've got 31 laps of fuel remaining.
We've still got 8 more laps, 20 to pit. Please do not mess me up now. Yeah, there's 5 cars in this train. Oh, God, that was a horrible turn 6 there. I think Isaac Hadjar's here as well. Right, he's having a stinker, isn't it? Please be nice. Green flag should come out in a second. Yep, there they are. Didn't quite get DRS on them, but... Will we get out of turn 1? Nope, not quite. That cockpit was very late. Lawson gets out of the way. Nice, that's good. Anyone else? Okay. There it is. That is a blockable cockpit, that one. We're through on Behrman. Just about. Isaac Hadjar up next on the soft tire. Oh. Yo, this AI, they are brain dead. They are straight up brain dead. I mean, we're through the core of it now, at least. God damn, bro. One more to get through, then it should be chill again. Hopefully. Sergio Perez. Worst got the entire game for overtaking Batman. I have to do it every time. Dude, it's so annoying. They do it out at turn 3 sometimes, too. They are rats. Oh, shit, yeah, sorry. I didn't realize no one blocked it. I get DRS? Nope, no DRS still. There we go. See, why can they do that? Look how nice that was from Perez there. Bit more of that, please. All right, let's get away from these guys. I don't like what they're up to. Make me nervous. What up, Hangman? We've got another one here as well, don't we? Another copy lap. Back to back. Double the cockpits, double the fun, am I right? Lando Norris has caught up to Charles Leclerc. I would expect a move coming in the next couple laps, and I think 10 seconds behind now, Norris. I think Norris is probably one of the faster drivers on track right now. I think he's quicker than us. Again, 4 or 5 laps ago, it's 12 behind. Granted, we did have some pretty ugly traffic there, so... Do you recommend the Mazda F1 while you're on? Absolutely. 100%. Come on, man. Someone's got to do a block at this point. We've got the hat trick.
Okay, so we've got 27 laps.
7.5.
27 laps.
Thinking about getting into Mazda. Think it might be the winner. I have been using Mazda for like nearly 3 years, and I love it. Haven't looked back since. If you do choose to go in Mazda, though, make sure to use my link. Directly supports me for free.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 10.7 seconds.
Was that block late? I thought that block might have been late, I don't know. Was that late? It was good on my ends. Refunded it already? Okay, fair. You can redeem it now though if you want to.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now.
What? What? Why? Where? How? What? When? That one on the forecast? 10, 15 minutes? That's gonna be before lap 60. So within the next 15 laps, we will probably start seeing some rain at some point. Marks up in the mountains, something like that. I mean, it's a little bit cloudy, but no obvious signs at the moment. Interesting. It's out of stock. It's probably on cooldown. There's a 2-minute cooldown between each redeem. Rain with this preset is exciting. Yeah, that will make things even worse, saying the lie. Charles Leclerc down to P3, by the way. Lando Norris has passed him. So we've had a change for second place. There we go. We finally got a block in. Good lord.
Approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, chat. We have 2 choices here.
Either we pit from medium tire now until the rain arrives, or we hold out on these hard tires until the rain arrives. What do you guys prefer? Would you rather pit from medium now and use those to the rain? Or should we hold out on these tires till the rain? What's the wear? 21% rear, right sides. 22 on the rear left, actually. Who's just behind me? Hatcher, you're quick. Extend on the hards. Hold, yeah. You guys want to hold on? That's fine by me as well. I think I'm going to let Hadjar go here. Because he is looking much quicker than me, so... And that's another cockpit. That one was in time. Our teammate's in the pit, so he's going to pit again for some new tires until the rain. Here goes Hadjar. He will unlap himself. He will not fight that one. Okay, cool. Whatever.
Okay, mate. Right, we've got a full battery.
Screw me, I guess, then.
Use more of it to gain performance. Let's go.
No cockpit view, we don't like it. Go over to the Twitch and block it then. You can blame the people on Twitch for us being in cockpit right now.
24 laps of fuel remaining.
Hadjar, please just go past me and go away. His dilly-dallying with us right now is not going to help us. Lando Norris, for the first time, is within 10 seconds of us. And I do worry that when that rain hits, he might gain even more. It is starting to look a little bit grey and cloudy out here. Here comes Hadjar again. That was definitely late, that cockpit. That cockpit was late. I checked right before I went out of the cockpit. Right, Hadjar, go. Come on. Get past me. Come on. I know you're quicker. Just go. Oh, my God. Yellows. Oh, we've got a slow Cadillac. We have a very slow Cadillac at turn 4. They're out of the race. Who is it? It's Valtteri Bottas. He is a Dunskies. No safety car VSC for that, though. I really, really don't like what Hadjar is doing right now.
Okay, clear.
I need him to clear me. Maybe it is worth pitting just to get the back markers out of my hair. Let's see what happens this lap. Right, leaving that follow me. Appreciate it, dudes. Good block, Ross. Well in. Is he coming back again? You gonna do it? I think it's gonna be the exact same thing. If I start the racing line, what happens then? No, dude. Hadjar, you are messing me up right now. I'm literally losing time to Norris because of Hadjar. Lap time last night, 7.8. Oh, God, the understeer there. These two corners are the worst for this setup. Feels so stiff. 26% rear left tire.
Tire condition still looking good.
The wear is so weird on these tire pressures. So weird. That was in time. Norris is in. Lando Norris is pitting again. Right before that weather hits. That might give us a chance to pit. Weather report.
We think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest.
The clouds are starting to form here.
Gap to your teammate behind, 26.5 seconds.
The clouds are starting to form. But Mark thinks it's still 15 minutes away. You have a free stop at box. Don't need to risk anything. We can do. Y'all want to do it? Let's do it. Let's do it. I feel like that weather might be a little bit sooner than 15 minutes, but we'll see what he says. On go the mediums.
Okay, off we go. Back into the
Yeah,
race.
we can let the back markers go now and they should be out of our hair.
Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
So once I gap to Charlotte Leclerc, now that probably has come down a bit, but hopefully not
With our
too
last
much.
stop, no more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Out of the pits we go, but we'll still hold the lead of the race. Charlotte Leclerc goes fastest, 6.3. And the gap between ourselves and Leclerc is less than 6 seconds on the pit exit. But I think we can open up that gap now on a medium tyre. Norris 7 seconds behind. He's on a medium tyre as well. Gotta keep an eye on him. Norris found about 2 seconds on us since pitting for a fresh tyre. I think we boxed 2 laps later, so that probably works out. Is 12-12 working? Honestly, I think the wings are fine. I think the thing I'm struggling with is the suspension. The car just feels like so stiff. It just feels really heavy to pull through a corner. I'd imagine the ride height is quite high up as well, so we might not be as quick in a straight line as we could be.
Not to worry. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's focus.
6.3 again from Charles Leclerc, 6.0 for Lando Norris. This will be our first competitive lap on this tyre, so let's see what we can do. What's the challenge for today? We had a preset setup. So we weren't allowed to use any custom setups. We had to use a fixed setup.
Looks like rain is inbound and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes.
We could have held out, bro. Mark, why are you like this, brother? Why are you like this? I am never trusting Mark with the weather again, bro. This guy is ridiculous. It started off with 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, fine, no problem. What? 5 minutes later? Yeah, weather's about 15 minutes out. You got plenty of time. And then 2 laps after I box, he immediately says, oh yeah, by the way, rain's 5 minutes out. Shit. I'm too busy ranting about Marks. Fucking bullshit. Let's see when this rain actually arrives now. Watch it never arrive. We'll get to lap 17, the first raindrop will hit. Six seconds to Leclerc. What was our lap last time? 6.1. That was a little bit slower than Lando Norris. Come on. Oh, that's wide at the final corner. What was that lap? 6.4. A little bit weak at that time. We are back at the green on the fuel now as well. 0.31 up. Weather report.
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
I think around lap 60 it's going to hit, isn't it? I think around lap 60 it's going to hit. Opinions on iRacing? Good, but LMU's better. Is F125 worth it over older games? I mean, it's the most up-to-date game. And it has the biggest player base, so in that sense, yes, but it's not the best F1 game. LMU's better than there's no monthly and weekly subscription. Exactly. I I mean, there are some DLC packs, but it's much better value than the DLC for iRacing. I mean, the thing is, the DLC on iRacing is basically mandatory if you want to progress in that game. And I guess you could maybe argue the same for LMU in a sense, but I wouldn't say you need to really buy the DLCs on LMU. You could buy Bitcoin here. Oh, yeah, my favorite. Thoughts about Saturday's Creator Series race? I saw nothing of it. I was doing the 6 hours of Imola, so it was kind of cool them seeing a classic F1 2020 race, though. That game was fantastic. F1 21 was underrated. I think F1 21 was all right. The biggest issue I have with that game is how unusable the curbs were. I remember the moment I touched any sort of curb on that game, my car would be sent into an immediate 720 spin. The curbs are very unusable. But the game itself wasn't too bad, though, outside of that. Is ACC expensive? Nah. ACC is actually arguably the most affordable sim out there. Ah, I'm getting a wedgie. There we go. Yeah, ACC is probably for me, the most affordable sim you can buy. It's only GT3 and GT4 focused, but it's still very good. The graphics are amazing on it as well. Probably the best visually looking game out there, I'd say, in terms of racing games. F1 19 best game? Nah, 2020 for me. 2020 was elite. Although what I do miss about 19 is Hockenheim. Come back, Hockenheim, I miss you. I'll do anything via 2019 Hockenheim back. I'm stuck on F1 2020, debating if it's worth getting upgrading to a new game. I mean, a newer game is going to feel completely different. F1 2020 was a wildly different game compared to these ones. But the servers still work on F1 2020. That's the most important thing. It's a fantastic game. Lots of content on there as well. You've got the classic cars too. Ultimately, the only reason you want to upgrade is if you want to play with more modern cars. And you want to play with more people, because obviously most people play F1 25. The latest variant, so... It's a bit like comparing, for example, like FIFA 17 to FC 26, for example. FIFA 17 was one of the best FIFAs made, in my opinion, and then since then is quite deteriorated. I miss Portimao. Well, good news for you. Portimao is back next year. And it'll be back on the games as well, you assume. I didn't like the Vietnam track. Hanoi was, I didn't enjoy Hanoi too much. 5.8 for Lando Norris.
Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race.
I mean, Leclerc and Norris are very close to each other here as well. They're actually both faster than minutes, so keep an eye on the battle for P2. And I think I see the first drops of rain, chat. I think I see the first drops of rain here in Austria. I don't know how heavy this rain's going to be, though. Can we find out?
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Weather report. Weather report.
ETA on this rain clearing up in about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there. You're doing well.
Bro, what?
Definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
The rain's only going to be here for 10 minutes. Okay, but is the rain going to actually get worse or not? That's my question. Is it just going to be like this for the next 10 minutes? Because if so, then no problem. We can deal with that. But if the rain's going to get worse and DRS gets disabled and stuff, is it worth picking for an Inter?
Okay, I think we're still in the right tyres for the time being.
I don't even know. What do you think of Madrid's? I tried Madrid's on Assetto Corsa. It is strange. really strange. I don't know if it was the way that the track was maybe made in the center course or something, but the track was really weird to drive. The camber on that track is just bizarre. Let's see what the lap times are now that the rain's hit. You would assume it's going to be a good bit slower. Madrid worse than Vegas? Oh, for sure. I don't see many overtaking opportunities in Madrid. At least with Vegas, you can identify a few overtaking zones. In Madrid, I saw maybe one place you could overtake. 7.5. Okay, we are a good bit slower right now. About a second slower. Not quite enough for Inter still, but lap times are slower right now. Can I add you on F1? Of course you can. Although I probably won't accept you unless you join a community race. Because that's really the only time I accept new friends. We need an African GP. Hopefully, Kyle Army. That'd be best case scenario. I'd love to see Kyle Army on the grid. This rain has got a little bit more intense this lap. You can see a little bit of the water on the track now. We've got 11 laps to go. The rain's not supposed to be here for long, though, so this is going to be a little bit interesting to see what happens. FM, thank you for follow, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. 5.5 to Norris.
Leading our teammate by 6.1 seconds.
South Africa should definitely be on the grid. Calling a world championship without being on every continent is silly. I agree. We should go to Antarctica. What? What? Whoa! 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 We can flashback that, right? I can flashback that, right? That should be allowed. What the fuck was that? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do actually, Rook? Oh, no, I'm not gonna save it just yet. Yeah, a flashback allowed, yeah. Oops. I randomly got a pop-up message saying communicating with online services, but the race kept on going. It didn't pause the game. So I was just stuck there with that message on there, and my car was going straight on. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick mid-session and save, just in case. I don't like that. That made me a bit nervous. I think that's a permissible one. I don't know why that didn't auto-pause. I don't like that. I've never had that before. That was strange. Game's gone. Brother. What am I supposed to do in that situation? What can I do? Okay, these conditions are definitely getting worse, though. And now it just says stuck on not communicating with online services in the top. I don't even know why it's trying. I physically cannot connect to online services because I'm using modded files. That physically isn't allowed. Why even attempt? I get on LMU sometimes. I never get on LMU.
Tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track's ready for intermediates yet.
What was our last lap time there? Ooh, last lap was a 9.4. You know what, chat? We might not be far from Inters. We may not be far from an intermediate. It definitely feels more greasy out here. You can hear the rear tires spinning up out from turn 3. Is the rain going to last? Apparently, it's going to only be 10 minutes long, this rain. So maybe by the time it gets like lap 68, maybe, is when we'll see the rain eating up. I don't know. But you can see the track looks a lot more greasy now, doesn't it? Weather report. I think I'll say the same thing as last time. Weather report.
Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
He's still saying 10 minutes. Maybe the rain lasts to the end then. 10.5 last lap. This track is definitely getting slower. Get a, go to a store and buy one of those starter bundles, Peter. It comes with like sticks and coal and paper all in it. Max 2 laps, you reckon? Oh my god. What was Norris's last lap? I'm not sure, but he's lost a lot of time though. He was a second slower that last lap. I think he's... What's going on? I think he's struggling.
I know these conditions are tough, but bear with it. I don't think the track's ready for intermediates yet.
Norris is very slow right now. So he's struggling. I must stay out one more time, I think. I can see the splashes on the ground now from the rain. 11.1 that last lap.
Turning, we think it's time to box now.
Why would you say that after I crossed the line? Are you stupid? Oh my god.
Copy.
Chat, 7 laps to go. Do we do it? Seven laps to go. Do we box or do we stay out? Stay out, you reckon? The rain is supposed to ease up. Oh, Jesus. And we have extended that gap a little bit further to Norris on this lap. Oh my god. Stay out. Stay out to Norris boxes. Stay out another lap. Alright, we'll stay out. We'll stay out one more. Let's see if Lando boxes. The track is pretty bad right now. I see a couple back markers boxing here, so I think... No, Lando stayed out. Lando has stayed out. 13.6 last lap. We are about 7 seconds a lap slower than in the try. We pretty much are at the crossover point. Oh my days.
Right, we're no longer sure that these tyres are the right ones.
George is staying out too. Weather report.
Current forecast is 5 or 10 minutes more of rain before it starts to dry up.
Oh, I think it's going to be raining to the end.
Best tyre right now, dries or enters.
I think it's going to be raining to the end. Go to the end, you reckon? I mean, it's only 6 laps to go. We've got a 9-second gap. We probably should be okay, right? Let's stay out one more. Keep an eye on Lando. He's staying out again. Oh, Jesus.
Cars are coming in.
Leclerc stayed out as well. I don't think they're going to box.
Be ready for it if you want to box.
I don't think they're going to box. Last lap, 14.6. Weather report.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Okay, not sure whether dries or...
Oh!
We're right on the crossover.
If we pit, we need to catch Lando. Box, you reckon? Should we do it, chat? I don't think this rain's going to get any worse. Or any better, for that matter. Stay out, risk it all. No.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
Stay out, stay out.
Taking care of them.
Y'all want to stay out? All right, if you say so. But if I spin it, it's your fault. You understand? If I spin, it's your fault. This is on you if I spin. 15.3, another second slower.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Gap.
I mean, the gap was actually increased Norris even further, though. I can't lie. I think this corner here is going to be the worst at the moment. Yep, there you go. No grip whatsoever on the exit. $12 seconds to Lando. If you open up to 12 box, I mean, it is at 12 right now. Box now, be safe. You guys are changing your minds more than the weather in England. What are you guys doing? Y'all want a box or not? I'm doing it. Y'all are too indecisive. You guys are way too indecisive. Bottled it? I don't think so.
There seems to have been a problem removing the right rear wheel. We need to try and put it behind us though, and let's finish this race strong.
Sack him! Sack him now! He bottled it! What's our gap? 8.4? I got this. Chat, I got this. Trust the process. Look how much we're getting already. Look how much we're already gaining.
Team Radio. Cray85 says come.
We had a cockpit.
Like
We'll do it next lap.
Dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Dude, look how much we're catching Lando. We're good. We're good, chat. Don't worry. We're good. Don't fret. Do not fret. We've got to get through Leclerc first, though. We'll have 2 more to go after this one. We're on lap 69. Nice.
Okay,
Out of 71.
Car in front, 2.7 seconds.
Come on. We are not going to bin it like we did in Canada. Don't say that. Let's not speak things like that into existence, please. Thank you. There they are. There's Charles Leclerc right there. Let's get past our teammate. And then we'll chase down Lando Norris. Look at the difference in the grip, though. We have so much more grip over Charles Leclerc. Although we are getting a bit of dirty air now. Can we go from moving to the final 2 corners? Up the inside we go, Charles Leclerc. We have so much more speed. Up the inside we go. It's a little bit deep. Oh my God, I've been absolutely cooked by my teammate. I'm retiring, GG. Go on the exit here, though.
Weather's changing now.
Easy, here we go.
Review our strategy.
There's one. Lando Norris is right there. Come on. I can't believe DRS is still open, by the way. I don't even know what's happening with the cockpits anymore. I have no idea. Out from turn 3. Here we go. Oh, look at the difference in the grip. Look at that. He stood no chance. Look at the difference in the grip out of turn 3. That was outrageous. And there we go, chat. I told y'all. Y'all gotta trust me sometimes.
Team Radio. Dark Frankie says time to box for dries.
Brother. Y'all been playing my emotions too much already. You guys are done. Your guys' part is done. I'ma finish this. Don't you worry. Wait, do I have a cockpit next lap or no? Am I free to leave?
Okay,
No?
final
Okay.
lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Here we go, chat. To be fair, the rain has actually stopped now. The rain deadass has stopped now. But the track is still quite damp, so... Here we go. First sector done. Final lap. Let's get this over and done with. Where did the rain even come from? It came in the last 15 laps, basically. I think it was like lap 40 or 45 or something. We got told that it was 10, 15 minutes away. It was not on the forecast whatsoever. And it was only a very short stint of rain, but it was enough for an intermediate, so I ain't complaining. It was a bit of surprise weather, really. But it definitely added a little bit more spice to the race, didn't it? No doubt about that. I'll tell you what, a couple more laps, I'm not going to lie, we might have been in a bit of trouble because we're not breaking away from Lando Norris now. But either way, we did what we had to do, ladies and gentlemen. Out the final corner we go. Back-to-back Austrian GP winners, baby. We win the Austrian GP in front of the home crowd. And that's a wonderful way to extend our championship advantage once again. Excellent stuff. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was a little bit sticky towards the end of the rain, but we got the strategy right, and we won the race, and that's all that matters. We crossed the line first after leading for pretty much the entire GP as well, and that's a lovely way to round out the double here in Austria. GG's, baby.
Magnificent drive to hang on and take the win.
All in pretty good time as well. Look at that, with 15 minutes to spare.
Now. It's the start of potentially something special.
Look at the respect between the two teammates as well.
It's a long way to go.
I think Leclerc would have loved that switchback he did on us, though. I can't lie. He cooked me there. But we got him at that final corner regardless, so I can't complain. Oh, man.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit.
Yeah, it does mean that we win the prediction as well. For those who voted Verstappen, it was over for you guys very early. But Lando Norris was within a second of us at the end there, so it definitely made it a bit more spicy, but we held on, so. What's happening at 8 o'clock? The Arsenal game. For those who don't know, I'm an Arsenal fan. Yes, you can make your jokes. I'll allow it. We deserve it. But, yeah, the Arsenal game's at 8, so I'm be running to watch that. Is that the Monza 25 car or the 26 car? This is the 2026 livery. I think I'll probably start adding a few special liveries, though. We have a few 26 special liveries that came out already in the opening few races. So if there's already a mod of those, I might add a couple at some point in this career. But yeah,
I can't wait to
there we
see
go, ladies and
what's
gentlemen. An 82-minute race in the end. Damn. Whew. Lando Norris finishes second then, Leclerc in third, but of course we take the top step. We qualified P2, but we did more than enough to get the win here in Austria. Schumacher finishes P4, Piastri P5, Russell, Antonelli, Albon, Sainz and Gasly all in the top 10 there as well. Just the two DNFs today, with Max Verstappen retiring very early in the Grand Prix, then Valtteri Bottas retiring later on as well. But that race was not as simple as it originally was going to be. I think we was on course to win that quite comfortably, but then that rain at the end made it very, very awkward. And yeah, pitting for Inters made it very tight as well on the timing sheet. Only 8/10 separate ourselves and Norris at the end there. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship then heading into the next Grand Prix, which I think is Silverstone, I think. So we lead the championship right now then to Lando Norris by 53 points to the Brit. Schumacher currently in third, who is 8 points up right now on Charles Leclerc. He's got a little bit closer there. Piastri in fifth, Verstappen in sixth. Obviously, more points lost out for Verstappen today. Would have been really interesting to see where he would have finished, because he started on the soft tires. So I think his strategy could have been really interesting to see what would have happened. Russell, Sainz, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, all in that top 10 right now as well. And you can see the rest of the order there as well. Constructors' Championship-wise, Ferrari lead the way by 79 points. Audi in third, Aston Martin fourth, Red Bull in fifth, and then Mercedes, Williams, Alpine, Haas, and Cadillac all in that top 10 still at the moment. And yet again, we are still waiting for Racing Bull to score any points. But that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for the Austrian Grand Prix. That weather made it very, very awkward towards the end, but we dealt with it.